animals, some of God's greatest creatures that have been put on this earth. Some are majestic, like a deer. Others are vicious, like a tiger. And some that make us go, aww, just to find out that this thing will run a fade with a grizzly bear, a tiger, or anything that looks at it funny. A good example of this is a honey badger. I mean, look at him. He's adorable. Who wouldn't like him? Just to find out that this thing will run a fade with a lion or a group of hyenas. It does not care. Its life is not valuable to itself. It will fight or kill absolutely anything that gets in its way for no reason. But this is why animals are so cool to me. They're so diverse. All of them have different capabilities and whatnot. Some of them dang near feel as if they have real life superpowers. And it really goes unnoticed by the average person, which is wild to me. Because we basically have souped up super soldiers running around in our world that could generally be seen as fiction. But not a lot of people really appreciate that. Like, think about it for a second. A grizzly bear is 10 feet tall, can be 10 feet tall standing up on his hind legs, weigh over about 900 pounds, a really big one. They are ferocious and strong. Dang, they're a real life super soldier. Like, think about that for a second. If someone was to describe a grizzly bear to you and you didn't know it was actually a real animal, you would think that they are lying or they're souped off or they're just on some crack or something. You wouldn't think that they are actually telling the truth. But no, it's a real life animal. And this is what it looks like walking up to you. For you crazy people who say, yeah, I can beat a grizzly bear in the ISO. Yeah, that's a grizzly bear walking towards you. I don't think you want smoke with that. Then, once I get done appreciating normal animals that are still walking around today, I start thinking about the crazy stuff that used to be walking this earth, like dinosaurs. I used to love Jurassic Park growing up, and part of that was because I really appreciated dinosaurs, because in my head I was like, something like a Therizinosaurus used to be walking this earth. A big creature like that, something that could topple a car with ease, used to walk this earth, and most people can't even pronounce his name, which is crazy to me. Like, think about that for a second. We have things like Argentinosaurus that was like 100 feet long. The average person doesn't even know that dinosaur existed, which is wild to me. That's why, in my personal opinion, I believe that it should be like a required class where you have to learn about animals, like the way that they have required classes like English 1, English 2, and stuff like that. There needs to be a class where we specifically learn about animals, because there is no way that we can let stuff like this go under the radar. And then what's crazy is, to be honest, we haven't even discovered all the animals that are on Earth. Because guess what? Most of the sea is undiscovered. So everything in that ocean is probably terrifying. We only 1 to 3% of I think only like 2% of the ocean has been discovered, which is insane. And honestly, I don't fault people for being afraid of things like the ocean or space, because that is the actual reasonable fear. Like, if you're looking into that dark abyss, I'm gonna put like a dark picture of the ocean on the screen. If you're looking into that, you will be terrified, because you genuinely don't know what could pop up. Like, I thought about that. Some of these pictures that they have of animals under sea, there was probably an animal that is yet to be undiscovered, that's yet to be discovered, probably like 20 feet away from them in that photo, but they just can't see because it's that dark under there. That is scary. Like, there could genuinely be some weird mutated looking fish with like 6 arms or some crazy stuff like that under the ocean, in the ocean, but we just don't know, because hey, we haven't really tried our best to go down there. Like, we're spending all our money to go to space, buddy. We haven't discovered majority of the earth, because the majority of the earth is water. So we haven't even discovered most of the stuff that's on this earth. Why the heck are we spending money to go to outer space? I don't want to find out what's underneath this ocean right now, because shoot, there's probably some crazy stuff that will make scientists scratch their heads if we find some creatures that are actually under in the ocean. Like, they are terrifying. Your thoughts on how people view animals? Do you think it's crazy that majority of people go their everyday life without questioning or just giving appreciation or the thought of the fact that we have stuff like a Therizinosaurus that used to walk the earth, or things like a grizzly bear or a lion today walking the earth? But besides that, like and subscribe, and I'll be trying to post more often.